Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwahn, and welcome to the channel. We have some more reaction content for you, and today we are checking out Undungeon. Now, I don't really know a whole lot about this. This was recommended to me by one of the people within our community, and I do know that this is included in GamePass and was out on GamePass on day one, which means that if you are a member of the GamePass subscription service, that you have access to this game right now. So let me go ahead and minimize that, and let's see, what does this say? The post-apocalyptic action RPG is what it is. So we have the official launch trailer here, and I do believe it has a pixely art style to it. I'm not sure if it's like 2D or isometric, but let's go ahead and just find out. So without further ado, let's begin. I don't know what the volume level is, and I apologize.
Greetings, Herald. Time is short, so I will cut right to the chase. We have a crisis on our hands. Multiple dimensions were blent together in an incomprehensible mess. We call it the Shift. The history of entire worlds was rewritten into a grotesque parody of itself.
Is it a roguelike?
So you are created to untangle it and put things back to order. To do that, you will have to activate 7 interdimensional peers and get consent from the keeper of each dimension. Both tasks might prove not as straightforward as they sound.
I don't think it's a roguelike.
Most peers were torn apart, and dimension keepers, well,
It looks really good.
Themselves anymore. Expect to be opposed at every step of your way. Remember that those worlds are twisted and we don't know what to expect from its inhabitants. Also, we still don't know who or what is behind the Shift. They might be a great threat to your cause.
We got some boss
if
mechanics.
Possible, try to look out for potential alliances and beneficial contacts. By helping locals, you can get their support and invaluable intel.
This game is much
that will
bigger
help
than
you
I
on
was
your mission.
expecting.
Remember, while your initial resources are limited, your potential is endless. There are thousands of different ways for you to tune and increase your powers. Not only your outside, but also your inside is upgradable and customizable.
Oh, good.
Get yourself a new spleen, heart, or even a brain. Each comes with unique effects that will decide your strengths and weaknesses and influence your gear choices. At the center of each Herald's powers is their core. There are many different types of cores you can find and use. Each of them comes with a unique set of power-ups and, most importantly, slots in which you can embed runes and nodes, which will enhance your stats and abilities across the board. Do you want to focus on attack or defense? Want to increase your chances of making especially devastating critical blows? Or want to play it safe, increasing your basic strength? Choose your core and what you embed with wisely, and you will be unstoppable. You are not the only one who has special abilities and unique skills. Your enemies will evolve over time too.
It's a very
They can implement
explanatory
different
launch
devious strategies
trailer.
and be resistant or susceptible to various attack types that might be in your arsenal.
You died.
Be smart. Watch their moves and adapt. Use different consumables like temporary buffs, throwing daggers.
could finally
and
make myself
grenades if your
taller
current build
and
does
longer.
not play well to your foes'
And you can
strengths
put
and
yourself into a
weaknesses.
golden sarcophagi
Okay,
and
we
float
are
around
really
and shoot
running out
people.
of time now, so I will sum this all up for you again real quick. Explore each dimension and evaluate the situation. Find 7 cores in each dimension and pacify its keeper, whatever the cost. Don't shy away from the help of the locals, and also offer them help if you think that will benefit the mission. Increase your strengths and build your own fighting style by combining the
That was
potential
some big
of your
numbers.
gear, organs, and core. Be always on guard. Adapt to incoming threats and stay one step ahead using your abilities and any additional tools you might find. And don't forget to regularly report back to Hub about any new intel that might be crucial to the mission. That would be all, Herald. The multiverse is waiting.
You know, I'm not sure how I feel about the trailer. Like, it definitely wasn't like a super flashy trailer, but it also was like just a little too wordy and too talkity to like, I feel like they were too busy explaining the game and not spending enough time showing the game, even though the whole time they were showing the game, right? Like almost none of that was cinematic, but I felt like them explaining everything just kind of took away from what they were showing in a lot of ways. And maybe they didn't have a lot of confidence in what they were showing. I'm not sure, but It's not what I was expecting. I mean, I was expecting maybe something closer to like Dead Cells, but it's got a visual style along the lines of like Moonlighter or something like that. It also looks like it's larger and longer than I expected from what ultimately came across as like a pixel art style action RPG in indie title, right? Who actually made Undungeon? It's when I'll find out that it was the exact same people that made like Moonlighter. I can't type. Undungeon. Undungeon. You got a Wikipedia page? Ow. No. But we can go to Steam, and it was developed by Laughing Machines. They're the same people that made Graveyard Keeper? Oh, it's made by Tiny Build. Ah, I see. Okay. That actually gives it a lot of credence then. Tiny Build normally does a pretty good job. I can't think of a whole lot of games from Tiny Build that were like not well received. I know that Hellpoint was a bit of a controversial one, but of course Tiny Build's the publisher. I wanted to see what Laughing Machines had built, and instead of giving me Laughing Machines, it gave me Tiny Build. Laughing Machines. Laughing Machines as a company. This is the IMDb. The only thing they have is Undungeon. Okay. Well, you know, I'm not upset to find just like a single player linear experience. Well, relatively linear. Sounds like you can kind of just go to whichever dimension you want, but it's ultimately a semi-open world pixel art action RPG, which is neat. I don't know how many of those have really been made. I mean, we've had, older pixel art RPGs. That's, origin like Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy, but they were much more linear experiences. And we didn't really see that many action RPGs. There was like the E series, and that was about it that's immediately coming to memory of action RPG style, isometric pixel art style games, right? So it's neat. I would definitely, I'll probably try it, especially since it's included in Game Pass, but it does make me... The trailer itself, if it wasn't on Game Pass, I probably wouldn't go after it unless it was extremely cheap. How much is it? I guess is another good question. It's $20. I think that's a good price point. If it was any more than that, it would be an automatic no for me. I mean, with the Game Pass part of things, it's its own thing, right? It being on Game Pass means that you can just kind of invest in it if you feel like it and you're not actually out anything. If it wasn't on Game Pass, I would never consider it for more than $20. But since it is, it's one of the games that you could try. And then if it ends up being really good and hooking you, sweet. But otherwise, the trailer definitely did not make me go, oh yeah. But I don't know. I'm not put off by it, but I'm also definitely not grabbed by it either. But what did you think? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, if you want to keep up the conversation, two other great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. And speaking of Discord, we actually have a channel dedicated to these trailers where you can drop trailers of your own and we'll react to them live on stream, because we do stream 4 days a week on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and I would love to see you there. But we're going to go check out something else that hopefully grabs me a little bit more than this. It's a little bit more of an anime RPG, so I'm hopeful. But otherwise, if you do go check out one of those other YouTube videos, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you, and enjoy.